I'm Roy McMurtry, former Chief Justice of Ontario, former Attorney General of Ontario, and I am delighted to be able to bring greetings as someone who is very proud to be a patron of PACT. David and Dan and I have worked together over the last several years, and I've had the opportunity of learning about their very valuable contributions to the community when it comes to young people.
Life plan coaching is so important in stopping violence in our communities, because it's not enough just to keep these kids out of the criminal justice system on a one-time basis, but we need to help these kids get refocused so they don't end back up in our courts and in our jails, where really the problems will only get worse. If these kids are going to succeed and stop the violent behavior, they need to be in a coaching plan that helps them set goals for themselves and helps them reintegrate into the broader community.
Richard, how powerful is the PACT intervention?
Well, I mean, it's the sort of thing where we thought about this a while ago, and I was a Crown attorney for a number of years, and that's where I met David. But I was a defense lawyer before that period of time, and there were kids that I would see regularly as both a defense lawyer and a Crown attorney that got in all kinds of trouble, and serious trouble. By the time they were 14 or 15, they'd committed a number of offenses and had spent some time in jail, and sometimes, 9 months, 12 months in jail, and it's very hard when you go back in the same community without some sort of direction, some sort of mentorship. And that was the genesis of this idea of the coaching and mentoring program, the life plan and mentoring program, was that these types of kids that are in a lot of trouble really need to have mentorship when they get out of custody, or before they really get to the point where they've got to spend a lot of time in custody. They're the kids that you really have to look after, or they become the sorts of men that are 30 years old and have a 5-page criminal record. We're talking about a lot of different types of offenses, but we are talking about serious offenses. This is not a diversion like the other things. This is an adjunct to the probation system. Or an alternative to custody. Mostly, though, it's a reintegration program wherein people have spent time in custody and come out and really need, at a vulnerable point in their lives, to be helped in the right direction, because that next 3, 4, 6 months after they get out of custody is extraordinarily important. It is a turning point, and I've known a lot of kids, seen a lot of kids that have just gradually slipped back in. When the other guys are going out to do a break-in, or maybe go out to do a robbery or something, they live in the if they haven't got a direction, very easy for them to do that, to slide back. So it's really important to grab them at that point. You really need, at a crossroads in your life, when things are maybe going in a negative direction for a host of reasons, and a lot of these kids grow up in very not so good circumstances, and there's a time at 15 or 16 they could go in any direction, and if you can get a hold of them and hook them up with people like the people in the mentoring program that are going to be there consistently and helping them in a positive direction with work, school, all of those things that you got to get going if you really want to turn things around. That's the time to do it, because it's going to be too late when they're 22 or 25 or 35.
Along with Les Magira, a graduate of the PACT Youth Crime Reduction Program. Welcome, both of you.
Glad to be here.
And Les, I want to start with you because you were a troubled youth growing up. You've turned your life around, which is great. Congratulations on that. But you, when you were in high school, you also brought a knife to school once.
Yes, I did.
Why did you do that? And is that common?
Among some kids, it is common. I was in Brampton. I was a little scared there, so I just brought it to school maybe for protection. I don't know if somebody else is going to pull a knife on me. I guess sometimes it's scary at school, right? People, you get picked on, get in fights.
Yeah.
We need to change attitudes. We need stronger laws, and we need to say what we mean and mean what we say. But we also need social programs to work with these young people, such as we have happened with this young man. This is what you need to do. Banning guns is nowhere near the answer. It's the same old, same old.
Yeah, Les, you were rescued, I guess, for lack of a better word, from your path of crime from a judge who enrolled you in this PACT program. Tell us about that and how he changed your life.
Well, the PACT program, it's a vigorous program, I guess. There's lots to do. Keeps you off the streets. There's cooking schools, film projects, tree planting, magic, music, everything to keep you busy.
Yeah, and it did. So it kept
did.
you out of trouble.
Yes.
And it changed your life.
Totally.
That's
Right
great
around.
to hear. You know, a lot of the teens that you grew up with that also got in trouble along with you, did they come from broken homes?
Yeah.
Was that parents
most of
were
the teenagers did.
Yeah.
I actually came from a broken home myself. It's hard growing up, and with our family. Well, I have family, but hard when they're not always there, always around.
The PAC program, I think overall the best thing for the PAC program is it gave Les some focus. And he desperately needed focus, some routine, and structure. And the PAC program provided that for him, and it also gave him an outlet.
I don't say there isn't really a bad part of a person. It's just the decisions that they make. And I guess through the year of the PACT program, they just help me make better decisions. They help me focus on what's important and what's not. And to stay out of trouble, to, you know, like, to provide for myself, to make the right decision.
Senior wants to say something.
Oh boy. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody in the PAC program. Everybody from the PAC program to the cooking school, to the film school, to Winston, to CS, everybody involved, everybody in this room. You guys have done a great job with him. He's, what can I say, he's improved so much over the last year, and hardly recognized. I mean, he's given 100%, and I know how hard it's been for him. Anybody knows it's me. I mean, I was the cause of most of the problems he's had, so I just wanted to thank all you guys for, you know, picking up the pieces and helping me put it together, because I know it's worth it. And I'm very, very proud of my son. I love him very much. So, thanks, Mom.
Without PAC program, without Winston, my family, and all the PAC program, I don't know where I'd be, and that kind of scares me. Just glad I have everybody here for support. Everybody cares, and safe. Just thanks, everything.
Yeah.